Hi everybody, today we're going to do some mark making, and I thought what better resource to use than some mud, because there's so much mud out there at the moment. I don't know if you've been on any walks, but I am always getting muddy wellies. So we've got lots of mud. What you can do is get outside and use it to do some marks with. Now grown-ups, I don't know if you know this, but children need to be able to use different parts of their arm before they're able to form letters properly. So they've got their shoulder pivot, their elbow pivot, and their wrist pivot. Why not have a look at your children when they're playing or mark making to see which bit of their arm they're using, and this will help you to know which bit that you can strengthen with them at home. So the first bit of this activity is going to be making some mud. Now we've got some mud in here and I've added a bit of water just to make it really sloppy. Maybe you've got some old dishes you can take outside with you, and maybe some lolly sticks or just some sticks from the garden. Make a nice sloppy mixture and then pour it onto a tray like this. Can you see? And then you can make some marks in it with a stick or with a paintbrush. And it's quite relaxing, because the more you do it, the more the mud moves. Do a nice big cross here. Or we could do a nice big circle. I wonder if you can see which part of my arm is doing this movement. Yes, it's my shoulder and my elbow. If I was going to use my stick now, can you see which part of my arm is moving? It's my wrist. Well done. Okay, the second part of our activity is also using mud. This time I've got some paper. You could stick this to a tree or a wall, and I am using some pegs. I've got a peg with some of the tree that's behind me pegged onto the end of it, and it makes a lovely little brush. I've also got some tissue paper, some cotton wool, and a feather, and you might be able to find some of these things in your house. Now when we hold these pegs, we're going to use our pinchy fingers. This just strengthens them like this, and we're going to dip it in to the mud mixture, and then we can make some marks using the mud on our paper. Let's have a look what happens. Oh, wow, can you see? Smile, maybe some eyes. How fun! That's just using mud on my paper. We could do some lines. I'm actually going to change now. I'm going to see what pattern comes out when I dip in my piece of tree. Ooh, that's very interesting. Makes a circular shape. Wow. And we could also find some treasure in the garden that you can dip into your mud as well. Don't worry about getting muddy hands, because you can wash your hands. And then we can roll it, make some dot marks on the top, rolling. So there you go. Why not have a go making some marks with some mud at home? You can do different shape marks, and if you want to have a copy of these, or just have a look at them now, I could email you these if you'd like to. We've got swirls, we've got crosses, and we've got circles. And these are some of the shapes that we need to form letters when we start in reception. So it's good to practice some of these shapes now while we're having fun in the mud. Bye bye.